Online visibility is not luck, it's a strategy. Combine SEO, digital PR, and content distribution to grow. Visit adze.com to learn more.
This is you without Collaborator. Invisible, just another seagull. And this is you with Collaborator. Get noticed in the AI era.
Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
Thank you so much. How did you all get here today? Did you walk? Did you use a taxi? Or did you use the bus? How about the train? Did any of you get trained today? If you do, there is this one famous and important announcement that is always being made in most of the train stations that you might use. Who can guess what that is? You are right. Mind the gap. Mind the gap between the train and the platform is one of those important announcements that can make a huge difference to your destination. And sometimes this announcement is so repetitive that we don't even pay attention. But you see the gap between the train and the platform determine your destination. If you pay attention and mind the gap, you are going to get to your destination in one piece and safe. But what if you don't pay attention, you don't also mind the gap? You might get to a completely different destination, and that is exactly where you don't want to be. Don't worry, we are not here today to talk about how to navigate train station, what train to take, and what to listen to when you are making your trip around the train station. We are here today to have a conversation about a different kind of gaps. The one that live right inside your website. It is invisible to most SEO tools and is killing your website conversion. That gap, you need to know. Have you ever been in a situation where you work so hard to deliver the SEO strategy? I mean, you did everything right. SEO audit, you done it. How about website keywords? Absolutely. You nail it with 100% satisfaction. And what about website optimization? You follow the rules. You optimize the website fully. And what was the result? Traffic was flowing. And you were so proud of your work. Until one day, you had a phone call from your client saying, "We are getting traffic, but no sales. No one is booking call, and no one is buying our services." Have you been there before? Do you remember that phone call? Did you remember what you were doing when you got the call? And most importantly, how did it make you feel? And what did you do? Did you begin to doubt yourself? Or did you recheck the SEO reports? Thinking, did you or someone in your team miss anything? What if the real problem is not you? What if the real problem is something that SEO tools don't measure and you are not trained to look for it? That is what we are going to discuss today. The moment where your website visitors make the decision to do the action on your website. And that determines whether your SEO traffic will make sales or not. That is the invisible gap. Now, before we get into that point of searching for the invisible gaps and closing it, have you ever been in a visibility trap? It is a situation where you do all things right from the SEO point of view. I mean, keyword research, you spend your time doing that and got it right. Website optimization, you did it well. Ensure the websites show up in the right places. Visibility, good. Ranking, good. And you may even secure the first place on Google search. And traffic is flowing, but no sale. Has that ever happened to you? Has it ever happened to your clients? We all have been there. One of my clients reached out to me, not because our SEO was not working, but because our SEO was working. She was having load of traffic to our website. Our website was ranking first page on Google for the most keywords, and our services was good. In fact, she was averaging 74,000 website visitors each month. But do you know what she asked me to do? She was making 0 sales. So she asked me to look at the website to tell her what was happening. Not from SEO point of view, but what exactly is wrong with the website. Now, when I look at the website, everything was right from SEO point of view. The traffic was flowing, and every traffic light on SEO tools gave me green lights. But why did the website not convert? I decided to visit the website and to do that differently this time. Instead of True Tools, which is good to have, I decided to use our ideal client's description to have a look at the website. So when I go through the website with the ideal client description, that was the moment that I discover the invisible gaps, the things that makes your SEO traffic to convert. And I'm going to share top 3 of those invisible gaps with you. But before I do, let's talk about something very close to my heart, and that is website conversion myth. If you are thinking right now that if your website or your client's website rank first page on Google or any other preferred search engine, your website would convert, you might need the thing again. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if visibility and traffic was all it takes to turn website visitors into paying clients, we will be all rich by now. And the reason for that is because we are having this conversation now, you are getting traffic to your website. Your client website is getting traffic because you are doing everything right from the SEO point of view. But if that traffic doesn't turn into inquiries, booking calls, making sales, there is an invisible gaps that you might need to know. Traffic is good. Visibility is important, but traffic builds awareness. But conversion, that's completely a different thing. It needs trust and clarity. And clarity is what it takes for your SEO traffic to convert. Now, we are going to look through this invisible gap together and discover what you might be doing that is helping your website not to convert. If this myth or any other website conversion myth have hold you back or keep you stuck, we are going to change that today. Let me introduce you to the moment you have been waiting for. The moment that you are going to see the invisible gap. Who is ready for this? It is 3 of them. We're going to look at these invisible gaps that kills your website conversion, and we're going to close it together. Let's uncover them one by one. The first invisible gaps that doesn't show in your SEO tools that might be killing your website conversion is the above fold black hole. You see the hero section of your website. It's called the hero section for a reason. It's meant to grade the first impression to your website visitors before they scroll. Before someone scrolls anything, they need to see what exactly you want them to do. When you don't use the upper fold section of your website to convert, you are losing SEO traffic. And you know what? Some people get really clever here with the upper fold section or the hero section of their website. What do I mean by that? They put too many things here that things don't even stand out. You get distracted and people don't click the button. Some other people that want to make the website look simple and nice do something like this. What exactly is missing on this upper fold section of this website? It looks nice, have good colors, and good image. It's missing the strategy to convert. Have you ever seen this type of upper fold section on a website before? I have. And I've audited many websites and I've seen them. But what can you do if your website or your client website upper fold is not strategically designed to convert? What can you do differently? Let's close the gap together. You're going to use the 3-second rules. So under 3 seconds of someone landing on your website, can they tell what you do, who you help, and why they should stay? If you're not having that in that section, and you are expecting your website visitors to scroll the page before they find this important information, you are losing SEO traffic before you start. Now, when you follow the 3-second rules and optimize the upper fold section of your page to convert, what would you be achieving? You literally be transforming a standalone, vague, nice looking upper fold section to a proper hero section of your website, meant to grab the attention before they scroll. And that is the invisible gap, number 1. Let's talk about the invisible gaps, number 2. Weak or missing website call to action. Have you ever been to a website where you have to literally look for call to action button? Either it's hidden somewhere at the corner of the page, or it's at the middle of the page, crowded with too many things and it doesn't stand out. Have you also been to a website where you have to email the website owner to find out their services? I have seen those websites myself. The thing is, When you ask your website visitor to do too much, they overprocess and overthink, you know what they're going to do? They will click the most safe button on the website. Who can guess what that is? The back button. And that is another SEO traffic leaving your website. Other people that choose to have a call to action button have something like this. Can you tell what is making this call to action a weak one? If you say the way space is used, you are correct. If you also say the way the words learn more is positioned without context, you are correct. Space may sound simple and little, but it's that one thing that can make a huge difference to how your call to action is seen on the screen, on the page of the website. How can you fix this? You use space in a strategic way, and you allow the word in the call to action button to do what it says. Give it the transformation you want people to get when they click the button. That is a call to action on a website that converts. When you do that, you are transforming a weak, vague, standalone call to action button into something strategic that converts. So next time you work on your website or on your client website, could you mind the invisible gap number 2, weak or missing call to action? See the call to action on your website as an action button that gives direction and guide it with confidence. Now let's talk about the third and most overlooked invisible gaps that exist right inside your website that is killing your conversion. Website footer that forget to convert. Now, how do website visitors actually use website? They use it in 3 steps. They go to the top, which is the above 4 section, the hero section of your web page, which we have already discussed how to close the gap. And then they scroll to the middle of the page. What happened there is a conversation for another day. And then they scroll to the bottom of the page. That is where your website footer should be. Guess what? Some websites don't even have a footer. And that is conversion element that is missing. Some that choose to have website footer have something like this. And this footer look nice, have button to the policy of the business, the term and condition, and some social media links. That is a nice footer. But this is a weak footer that's a little non-fat because it doesn't have element that can lead people to the conversion. Now, this is a footer that is optimized for conversion. Your footer is a final handshake that tells people what to do before they leave the page. When you do that, optimize your footer for conversion, you are transforming a nice-to-have footer into a sales funnel that navigates people in and out of your website and give them something to do. There you have it. You have done the hard work. You all know how hard SEO is. Now that your SEO is strong, the traffic is flowing, could you remember, before you leave the page, to close the invisible gaps? Because visibility alone doesn't pay the bills. Conversion does. How are you going to do that? Follow the 3 invisible gaps rules. The upper fold of the page is meant to convert before they scroll. Tell people what you do, what you want them to do, and why it matters, and put a clear call to action there before the scroll. Invisible gap number 2, your call to action is a conversation starter. Don't just use it to improve user experience, use it to turn clicks into sales. And the third invisible gap that we have discussed today is a website footer. It is the final seal that closes the deal. Give it something meaningful to do. Now, I have a one single wish for all of you. Next time you work on your website or your client website, could you mind the invisible gaps. The one that doesn't exist in SEO tools, but is silently killing your website conversion. Mind the gap, close the gap, and make more sales. How you can do that is to have access to my free website conversion worksheets, which would help you to notice these gaps and close them right on time. And during the break, please come and chat with me and let me know your website ha-ha moment. Thank you.
Wait, do you want free ice cream or do you want to know the latest in how search behavior is changing? If it's the latter, download Search Pulse by Reflect Digital. Get that now.
Demand Sphere. Limitless visual insights from the SERPs. Unlimited dashboards and users. Easy to use and easy to scale your growth to new levels.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.
You've got two blind spots, keyword rankings and LLM visibility. Now, most tools solve one, but AccuRanker solves both. See how at booth number 18.